Arizona, a desert enigma, a land sculpted by time itself. From fiery red canyons and ancient volcanic peaks to ghost towns and glittering cities, this state is unlike anywhere else in the world. Every corner of Arizona whispers stories of nature's power and human resilience. Today, we'll take you on a journey through the most breathtaking destinations in Arizona, counting down from its hidden gems all the way to the legendary icons that define the Wild West. Stay until the end. You don't want to miss the crown jewel of Arizona. Monument Valley. In the heart of the Navajo Desert, Monument Valley stands like a primordial stage of red sandstone giants. These solitary pinnacles, sculpted by millions of years of patient erosion, rise against impossibly blue skies and carry the sacred heart of the Navajo Nation. Each stone tells a legend. Every shadow seems to whisper secrets. Monument Valley is not just a photo stop. At dawn or sunset, it becomes an experience that redefines wonder. Sedona. Sedona rises from the desert with a landscape few places can match. Red rocks forming unique silhouettes against an intense blue sky. At sunrise and sunset, the formations ignite into flames of stone, drawing tourists and spiritual seekers alike. Many come in search of the so-called energy vortexes, points for healing and reflection, while trails and galleries offer both adventure and culture. Sedona is where dramatic nature and a refined small-town scene meet. The Wave in Vermilion Cliffs. Known simply as the Wave, this otherworldly sandstone formation sits on the Vermilion Cliffs National Monument between Arizona and Utah. Wind and precipitation carved flowing layers of red, yellow, and orange, creating an illusion of frozen motion on rock. Access is tightly controlled by limited daily permits. But for those who secure one, the surreal panorama more than rewards the hike. Grand Canyon. Have you ever felt infinitely small and vividly alive at once? The Grand Canyon is a vertiginous abyss cut by the Colorado River, stretching hundreds of miles, up to a mile deep and as wide as 18 miles in places. Layer after layer, the canyon reveals Earth's history. Viewpoints on the south rim like Mather Point and Yavapai offer sweeping panoramas, while the north rim, higher and quieter, gives a more intimate encounter with the abyss. Between these two rims flows the powerful Colorado River, tiny from above but mighty enough to shape continents. Horseshoe Bend. Just outside Page, the Colorado River performs a perfect horseshoe-shaped curve known as Horseshoe Bend. Stand at the rim after a short walk and you'll experience vertigo. No railing, only sky and the 1,000-foot drop to the river below. Sunlight bounces along the sandstone walls, creating shifting kaleidoscopes of color as the day progresses. Antelope Canyon. Antelope Canyon is a narrow corridor carved by water into red sandstone, where sunlight filters from above into beams of color. Its smooth, undulating walls are a living sculpture, changing hue and mood every hour. During summer storms, water still rushes through the canyon, a reminder that nature continues to carve these forms today. It's a hidden work of art accessible through guided entry and narrow ladders. Cañón de Shea. Canyon de Shea preserves one of North America's longest continuous records of human occupation. Cliff dwellings, rock paintings, orchards and farms still sustaining Navajo families. Vertical canyon walls over 1,000 feet form an amphitheater that is both archaeological treasure and living community. Spider Rock, an 800-foot monolith, dominates the skyline and holds deep meaning in Navajo tradition. Flagstaff. At 7,000 feet, Flagstaff breaks Arizona stereotypes. Ponderosa pine forests, cooler air, and a volcanic skyline dominated by the San Francisco peaks. Recognized as the world's first international dark sky city, Flagstaff offers exceptional night skies and a lively downtown centered on Route 66 culture and Northern Arizona University. Tombstone. Tombstone's very name tells its story. A silver rush city born from a once remarkable vein and defined by the legendary OK Corral shootout. Today it survives as a living time capsule, with dusty streets, saloon signs, and staged reenactments that transport visitors to the Wild West era. Coconino National Forest. Coconino defies desert assumptions with the world's largest ponderosa pine forest and a mosaic of diverse ecosystems across 1.8 million acres. Oak Creek Canyon and cliff dwellings left by the Sinagua people add cultural depth, while temporary waterfalls, fiery canyons, and winter snows create dramatic seasonal contrasts. Painted desert and petrified forests. The painted desert is a fossilized rainbow. Bands of lavender, gray, red, and orange formed from ancient volcanic ash. Nearby, the petrified forest preserves two 25-million-year-old trees turned to quartz and agate, giant, crystallized trunks that gleam under the sun. Walking these trails feels like stepping into a prehistoric canvas. Grand Falls. Imagine a chocolate-colored river thundering over a desert precipice. That's Grand Falls. Taller than Niagara in height, the stepped cascades of the Little Colorado River plunge about 185 feet when seasonally fed by rain or snowmelt. The muddy, mineral-rich water produces a dramatic, ephemeral spectacle that contrasts sharply with the otherwise arid landscape. Bisbee. Tucked into Tombstone Canyon, Bisbee is a colorful relic of mining history turned artistic enclave. Curved streets climb steep slopes lined with Victorian houses, antique shops, and cafes housed in former brothels and saloons. The Lavender Pit Mine, a huge open crater, remains a visible scar of the town's industrial past. Lake Powell. Lake Powell is a man-made aquatic labyrinth, 186 miles of water threading through red sandstone canyons. Born from the Glen Canyon Dam, the lake is both a testament to engineering and a reminder of submerged cultural sites. Boating through slot-like canyons reveals vertical walls and bathtub rings that chart changing water levels. Salt River Valley. The Salt River Valley is Arizona's vital green artery, an improbable cradle of modern civilization in a thirsty land. Ancient Hohokam canals once sustained thousands, and modern irrigation and dams now support sprawling metropolitan life. Pockets of wild river spirit remain where eagles nest and wild horses still roam. Scottsdale, luxury meets the Wild West. In Scottsdale, rustic cowboy culture blends seamlessly with high-end luxury. Old Town preserves the Western aesthetic with saloons and wooden facades, But just steps away, you'll find art galleries, luxury resorts, and fine dining. The McDowell Mountains rise dramatically in the background, making Scottsdale the ultimate balance of rugged and refined. From fiery cliffs to cosmic craters, from ghost towns to thriving cities, Arizona is a land of extremes, where history, culture, and geology collide in the most breathtaking ways. Whether you seek adventure, reflection, or simply beauty beyond imagination, Arizona never disappoints.